Howdy, folks.
What's going on?
Oh,
Get all my stuff pulled up.
let's get this on here. There we go. We just tuned in here. How y'all doing tonight? We are here for Tech Thursday. We got a crossbow and a bow to tune on and restring, so that'll be fun. We got stuff to give away. Hello, Brad. Hello, Eric. Let's see.
What's going on, Jeff and Richard? And
Oh, I see some comments before we got on here.
Eric.
Jeff said not going to be here. He'll pick number 11. Let's see. That's cool day. Quite cool in the UK. It's been hot over here. It's been mid 90s, high humidity. I'm ready for fall or winter or something.
Yeah.
It's blistering. The Pickle's already picking numbers. Before I can even say it, y'all are picking numbers. We got wrist sling. This is a pretty nice wrist sling. It's a oh, that hurt. Did you hear my elbow pop? It's silver, gray, whatever, with a lighter little pin stripe in it, and then a green spine, and then it's got a nice little deer antler thing on it. So that'll be one thing we give away. We'll say pick a number between 1 and 25. And then we got some dead center green stabilizer dampeners. They just slide over the stabilizer, real elastic rubber. The weld shop was rough today. Oh yeah, I bet it was smoking in there.
Ooh.
I was talking to a guy, buddy of ours that comes in here. It works right over here on 24 at a welding shop. And he said it's been blistered in there. I remember the first year we were here before we got air put in and we were still renovating everything. You couldn't hardly, you couldn't, it was before we opened like the retail portion of it, but I'd come in here and still make strings, but you'd have to come in here at nighttime because it was so hot. And even at nighttime it was still warm. But it was just an old metal building.
We'd have to roll the roll-up door up and put a fan.
Big fans, yeah.
Just get some air circulating.
Don't forget, August the 22nd, that's a Saturday at 6 p.m. we go in live. That'll be our 1-year podcast anniversary. And we're giving away all kind of stuff. That night, it'll be the recurve we're giving away, which is pretty much the Samick Sage in your choice of poundage and everything.
And then the old home tune kit.
Courtesy of Mr. Redman. It's got all kind of stuff in it. Levels and
string separators, wax,
serve, all kinds of serving jig,
some serving
material,
wax,
and then KJ has sponsored a bowstring giveaway, so we're gonna give away a bowstring set. And that sucks.
It does.
No fan because you TIG welding. Jackie in there that helps us. He retired, but he welded for a long time up in Liberty area at Champion. I've seen Stan pop up. We got something cool coming in the next few weeks. I've been texting with Stan today. He's going to come on one Thursday night, and we're going to go out to a tree, and he's going to kind of demo a tree saddle setup. So that'll be neat to watch.
Yeah.
As long as he don't fall out of we got confidence in you, Stan, the man.
Yep.
But yeah, August 22nd, big giveaway that night, 6 p.m. We'll probably go on for about an hour and give away stuff toward the end, and we still got to figure out if we're going to do numbers or what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So usual stuff, a number between 1 and 25. If you can, look back in the chat and make sure. Ronald, I think Jeff has already picked number 11. Yep, Muddy Ducks is on it. I knew she would be.
Yep.
I was going to say, scroll back through, make sure nobody else has picked that number. And I think we're probably good with 25, 1 through 25. And then here when we get done tinkering, we'll draw some numbers and give away some stuff.
Yep.
Let's see here. So anyway, what else we need to update them on? So the giveaways is August 22nd. The giving away this tonight, these two things. I actually like this wristling myself. That's a nice.
Yeah, it is.
That's a sharp color. I don't know. Let's see if I can look at the computer screen.
We still haven't set a date for a shoot yet. I know a bunch of people's coming in the shop asking when we're gonna have one. And
It's one of those things. It's so busy. It's going to be hard to take a day or more away from trying to get bows out the door to do a shoot. But we got a couple ideas.
Mhm.
Yeah, come on by, Eric. Come on by. What's the day? Today's Thursday.
yeah, days Thursday.
Yeah, I got my days mixed up.
I'm thinking it's Wednesday.
When I left the voicemail for a while ago, I said we'll be here tomorrow. Luckily, I did say Saturday, but I said we'll be here tomorrow, Saturday, 10 to 5. I was thinking today's Friday. Anyway, I don't remember. I was in the shoot. We talking about getting somebody to help us and letting them kind of do the registration and stuff for the shoot, so that we can kind of keep rolling, doing what we do. But we'll see what happens. We normally have a sort of big shoot like late August, very early September. So we may try to do that, at least get that out of the way, if you're local. But a lot of the shoots got canceled. The big IBO World, whatever shoot, they canceled. They just announced 2 days ago here up in Pennsylvania, and then BowFest, which I hadn't really followed in previous years, has teamed up with the OPA shoot in Wisconsin, and it's happening this weekend, and supposedly there it go. So
I think it started today.
I think it did too.
Because I remember seeing some for the OPA. I remember seeing some start times and everything.
Yeah,
come out.
but good times. What we're gonna do tonight is put a string on a crossbow. What is it? A
Barnett Jackal.
Barnett Jackal, which is a pretty popular crossbow. And then I got a PSC Omen Max that we're gonna put strings on and do the whole 9 yards too. So here in a minute we'll go in there, get started on that. Muddy Ducks, did you get the glow loop yet? I can't remember. I shipped it a day or two ago.
I can't remember when you shipped it.
Put the tracking number.
Brad said he got a 3D shoot this Sunday. First one he's had in 3 months.
It's been a weird year because normally we go to a mini, and we went like first of the year maybe to 1 or 2, and then we ain't done nothing.
She said not yet.
Okay, let's see what's that.
I know we were shooting a good bit right there at the beginning, and then the way mine and your wife work, a lot of them started falling on the weekends that they was working, and we was watching the youngins. So we didn't hit many, and we were starting to gear up for the tack, getting all our stuff ready to go there, getting everything sighted in, and then all of a sudden they canceled. So Muddy Duck says she ain't even picked up her bow. I hadn't picked mine up, neither one of mine, since probably late March, early April.
Muddy Ducks, your package has arrived at the USPS Regional Facility in Fayetteville, North Carolina Distribution Center Annex today at 8:59 a.m. If that means anything to you. That'll be getting close.
Yep.
Let's see. The post office has dropped the ball a little bit. I've had some stuff I've ordered get lost, and I've had, we'll look right now. Somebody emailed me about a lost string a while ago. What better time to look?
Ronald said he just restrung an Omen Max for a buddy. He said the cam lean after installation was crazy. He said the pre-cam lean was way off, but not as bad at full draw. He still took like 7 twists out of the left yoke.
Man.
It's just, you can't really predict what a bow is going to do after you restring it. I mean, you can do as much as you can while you got it in the press and before you go to the draw board and everything. It's just weird at how, no matter how much, like your strings and everything, if they're right on spec, you may have to add a twist or a cable or something like that.
Well, I think a lot of people don't understand, like, we getting them dead on the money and zip tying them and shipping them, but there's a little bit of fluid movement you got to do to each bow. It's not like, all right, on this bow, every one of these bows, you got to put 12 twists. You know, it's not like each bow leaves a little something.
Yeah.
A little bit of love. Let me look. I was looking up. Somebody emailed me about a lost string. I was gonna see if I can figure out who it was and where it went. I think it was this one. But
Archeryshack or solo cam bows easier to work on as far as restringing goes?
for the most part, since you don't have to worry about synchronizing cams. I mean, you got to worry about the rotation, but not really. You don't have to worry about both cams being the same. You just got to worry about, according to what bow it is, but like the Matthews bows, they have each cam's different, but they have a way of getting optimum cam rotation right. So we do that, and then we get the idler, the yoke tune, I guess I said. But like, what takes the longest is a bow with double yokes, because not only have you got to get both cams rotated perfect and timed, but you got to get both limbs and axles square. So you have to pretty much get them square and then worry about getting the stuff timed, because as you put twists in the yokes, you mess with the cam timing. It takes a little bit longer than any of the other ones.
Matthew said they just had their Western Extreme 3D shooting. He said it was hot.
Yeah. I guess that's one thing I don't miss is shooting when it's blistering.
Yeah, Richard Clark, UPS seems to be having some problems right now. He's got a bow sling on order, and he said it's stuck in Smithtown, New York, sorting office for 4 days. I mean, it's weird. I've got some stuff ordered right now, and normally if it hits Greenville, which is what, 40 minutes up the road from us basically, normally, like if it says expected delivery date Saturday, normally if it hits Greenville on a Thursday, normally I'm gonna have it either Friday, a day ahead. But now, shoot, I'm lucky if I get it Saturday, and it's probably Monday before I get it.
Yeah.
I've had a couple things that
I know right after the COVID hit, the lady at our local post office said the USPS system was at 38% of manpower that they normally had, and I was like, that's crazy. And then trying to think, I don't think we've had any. FedEx brings our Prime shipments. I don't think we've had any problems with FedEx. Lately we haven't had any UPS problems. It's just the post office getting stuff. Like I got something on the way, and it was supposed to be here yesterday, and now it says that whole arriving late in transit or whatever, and it's like, well, at least tell me where things at. But I don't know how that works.
But it's weird.
It is weird. What we doing first, bow or crossbow?
I say we knock the crossbow out first. It'd be quick and easy.
All right. We'll go get a string on it. And then I didn't record it just because it takes so much longer to record stuff, but we restrung a Raven, what was it, last week? Yeah. And it was actually easy. It is similar, it's more similar to a compound because you have to get cams exactly timed right and all this stuff, but it went pretty smooth. And I was wanting to make a nice video, a tutorial, because we have a lot of people with those Raven bows, crossbows, wanting to know how to do stuff, but maybe when it slows down, we can try to do another one.
Yep.
Well, we'll mosey in here to the bow press and get to work on a crossbow. There's my target that's blowed out. Guts everywhere. There's Matt. That's TJ's brother. I don't think y'all have met him yet. Where's Jackie at? He didn't bail.
Yeah, he gonna bail.
Jackie's gone.
Jackie go.
He gone.
Man.
Said he shipped a guy a high-end knife sharpener to someone in California who got held up in LA for 6 days.
Good Lord. Jackie went and got him a new iPhone earlier. Had to put on a mask.
Yep.
I wish I could sing that.
Oh man, could take a good nap. If you just got on, we're giving away a wrist sling and some dead center stabilizer dampeners. Pick a number between 1 and 25, but try to look back in the comments and not pick a number somebody else has already picked.
Wonder if we're gonna have to put this one in.
Let's see.
Hold up. Back her off just a hair.
All right. Looks like this guy had a bad day.
Well, we're gonna shoot out the bottom one thing.
I don't know if he dry fired it or if it just exploded. I almost wonder if we should put it in a green one because we don't have to worry about all this.
Yeah.
Let's do that. I'm gonna put it in an old school bow press because since this is going from a completely let out limb, it'll want to shoot out the bottom of one of those style presses. I'm kind of glad we keep this old girl around here. Got another one waiting. The video Muddy Ducks, I don't know if it looks a little glitchy on mine. It's like it's slow from what I can see here. Slow when I move around, it's like do 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 do, but I have no idea why. We got all those to work on, plus summon devices, plus a table full.
2 on the counter.
2 on the counter. 1 hanging here. 1 on a box over there. 2 on the old draw board. 1 on the box up there. 1 somebody shipped in the box here. Bows laying everywhere. Oh man.
Back out now. Which one, Bubba? Just gets 3/4 on this end, or 7 lights all the way around.
3/4. We done turned Matt into a serving machine.
As long as it ain't center 7 with blue, we're good.
Here's the Omen Max we're gonna mess with in a minute. Yeah, it's still, I don't know if it is with y'all, but it's still kind of jumpy and glitchy when I mean, I don't know if it comes through like that on y'all's end, but it's like do 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 do.
You want to set that camera down, maybe that guy
It is.
propped up right here.
Put y'all with T-Bob for a minute.
I'm gonna raise this camera up a little bit, that way y'all can, and I'm gonna try to get it as close as I can, that way y'all can see what's going on. But yeah, this guy had a kind of a rough day. Ended up having to take a razor blade and cutting the split yokes off because normally they're easy to get off and on, but this one looked like they'd been on there for a little bit. probably going to have to press her down some more. Oh yeah. Old press scares me sometimes, but how many of the people on the live feed, how many of y'all shoot crossbows? Or if anybody? Just wondering. Which I would look, but I do not have my phone.
Okay. He said he knew about it.
Ah. That would have been a little bit of information.
Heads up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
This old press scares me sometimes.
I remember when it was simple, these presses were the way to go. I like these presses because you can get to the cams a lot better. But then when I guess around about 2006, 7, somewhere in there, they started making all these parallel limb setups. They, you had to go to the fingers. And then the X-Press came out. The X-Press is good. It's just, I just seen a question that went away. On compounds often you see limb splitters after dry fire. I don't know. For a while there, we'd have some dry fired bows come in and there wouldn't be a thing wrong with them. But the past couple years, I feel like some of these companies are making the cams more thinner, I guess. They're making them like a skeleton type of a deal. And we see a lot of cams get warped. I seen on Facebook the other day somebody had dry fired a prime, wasn't around here, and that cam kind of bent real bad, and somebody told them that Prime told them, I don't know if they meant the rep or the factory or what, that they designed the cams like that to protect the limbs in case of a dry fire. And I don't know if that's true or not, but the
this is gonna be a loser.
I've seen
Probably want to take her down and move her
I've
on.
seen some Hoyts and Matthews get dry fired, not in a couple years, and not get hurt. And then I remember a guy dry fired an Obsession right in front of us at a 3D shoot, and it bowed the cams over.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a lady dry fire her Elite a couple times, kept forgetting to load an arrow, and it warped them cams. But yeah, I like a compound bow over a crossbow myself, the challenge. But everybody, I mean, you still got people that love shooting recurves. I'd like to shoot a deer with a recurve, but I don't know. And I like playing with a recurve, but it's the whole, I don't have, I guess, the patience at this point in time, but I'm gonna let this down a little bit.
She's already snug.
I like that color.
That was the old factory color.
Yeah. Factory color, but yeah, we got bows laying everywhere. Check out that set. You think I need a new string? Yes, sir. About 10 years ago. We got these wraps. We're gonna be putting on some arrows soon from one stringer. I think I'm just waiting on inserts. This came with them. I thought that was kind of neat. Let's see what Bubba's doing over here. Oh man. Oh yeah, they were shooting that. I mean, literally, people bring them in like that and they'll be like, I don't know if I need a string or not. And I'll be like, have you lost your mind? But here's a, here's this one. I showed you that one. And then here's an Elite. This guy wasn't going to change his string. I mean, it's not as bad, but look up here. And then somebody dropped one off to me a while ago that looked kind of bad. It ain't near as bad as them two. It was a bear. Here's one. Check this one out. Here's an Expedition strands cut. People shoot them a lot longer than I would. Look at that. Woo. I mean, I've seen a bow explode or whatever, and it's not a fun thing to be a part of, so I try to be safe. Oh man. But I think people just don't know better. They put them in the closet, they get all dried out, and we've had crossbows come in that people left in a truck that exploded and all kind of stuff. This one, look at this one. Oh, here's a crossbow that got dropped off.
And that guy said that he only shot it. He only had it 5 days and it done that.
Wow. What is this? A Barnett?
Assault 350.
I'm not real familiar with that. I think it's a model that came from the Jackal, because I know the Jackal they started selling in Walmart and a bunch of people started bringing them in.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so that's knocked out.
Yep.
The biggest thing I tell people with a crossbow is I tell them to mark where the string on each side of the rail, because people will grab these things and pull them back to the left or the right, and that'll cause a lot of problems as far as inconsistencies shooting.
This is one of the takedown models, I believe.
And I always tell them to put a mark. I just seen a question or something. Yeah, I do need to sell them some wax. It's according to what, Ronald, it's according to what screws it is. Like, usually on a rest or a side or something, I don't mess with any kind of Loctite. But if it's like a module screw or something in the cam, you know, this getting a lot of vibration and movement, I'll use some blue, you know, some kind of blue thread locker. I don't want it to be permanent per se, but I don't want it to move either. But let me move y'all over here to the press, and I'll start messing with this Omen. We'll put that Omen over there.
Yeah. This was actually about the Loctite or the Loctite.
Yeah.
I've actually, you could actually take some of your bowstring wax, and like if you go to when you go to put your sight on, you could put a little bit on the threads where it goes in right here, and when it seats right here, actually it'll help keep moisture out. And plus, when you go, if you want to change sights or anything, it'll make these a whole lot easier to loosen up. You won't get that big pow and see the smoke come off and it smell like a little burning. I can't remember who's on for that, but yeah, this one's seen better days. Brad said we need to sell some wax.
Yeah. A lot of people don't wax their string. I mean, they just shoot it till it don't shoot no more.
Have you got over?
Yeah, I got it hanging over here.
I didn't see it.
Even this one, we may end up changing his peep because he's got, oh, there it went. There, he's got strings cut around the peep. I don't know if the peep cut it. I mean, it looks like it did.
DLR says, I'm having fits getting a diamond bow to bullet hole bear shafts. It has a whisker biscuit.
What kind of tear are you getting?
He asked, are the diamond bows just not as consistent, or is it lack of fine adjustments in the biscuit just causing issues?
It's hard to say. I mean, a lot of those diamond bows we have pretty good luck with, but you never know. Like TJ said earlier, when one bow to the next, even the same model, you never know what's going to happen. I think we'll just put him in the peep in, make sure that ain't cutting this.
Let me go grab a Q-tip.
What is that, a 3/16?
Yeah, I don't like you got any record, but oh, Q-tip, see. Feels like there's a bird right there.
Yeah, I can see that with the string. Putting my black one in, telling which one to save.
If you have a bow press at home or anything, or you can just take old Q-tip and just like, I'm gonna try to run it right here on each side of this peep side. I don't know if y'all can see it, and I can't see my phone screen from here. But even on your cams, if there's a burr, it'll pull the cotton up on it. And this one is a little bit bigger. I need a little bit smaller one to get down in there real tight. But there is a small burr on this side of the peep. So we're going to just throw him a new one in there and prevent that peep from cutting it. Yeah, Ronald, that's a good point. Bear shaft tuning and paper tuning, it's real grip finicky. You've got to repeat the same grip, especially bear shaft, because you could be. DLR says he's chasing paper tears left and right and up and down, so it may be a little bit of grip. Richard Clark said he had the yoke cable snap on his Bow Madness Epics at full draw last year. Said it sounded like a shotgun. The QAD, he said, took out both cams, QAD, washers, roller glide. He said, all that's gone. He said the limbs went further than the air.
I don't know where I lost two probably.
Richard said it even blew the hydro dipping off the riser. DLR says his other bow, he has no issue paper tuning. He said that's what's got him frustrated. Let me go grab this black. DLR, if you're not looking for if you're looking for a budget-friendly limb driver, Vapor Trail makes one. It's the original Limb Driver Pro.
Just limb driver. They make them both. I think the Pro's got micro or something.
Yeah, but the Limb Driver, I think it's right around. I think it's between 90 and $100, and that's what I'm running on my bows. And I'm trying to think off the top of my head if there's another one out there. I know Trophy Taker's got some, but I think they're probably around 130, I think. But don't hold me to the price. But I do know that Limb Drivers, the Vapor Trail Limb Driver, the original one's a good one. Adam, on the new Matthews, I would probably go with the Traverse myself, because I think that one's 33 inches axle to axle. And me and the 31 and a half, I've shot some shorter axle to axle bows. I've shot a 28 inch. It wasn't a Matthews, it was a little Bear Divergent. But I like it. I like a 33 inch axle to axle bow myself. So, you know, I'd probably go with the Traverse, but that 31 and a half, it's not a bad shooting bow either. Richard Clark asked, do you guys sell the Rad Super Deuce Peep Sight? No one stocks them in the UK.
We sell about 50-50 between the Rad and the Fletcher. The past, 2 years, I think we just sold the Rad.
Yeah.
And then Fletcher had some kind of good deal where you buy them in bulk or whatever, so we got bows this year. But I just like the Rad because you can get them in different colors, and I mean, we never had any trouble on them.
Yep. Brad and Maccabee, we ain't got no updates on Matthews, so.
So this bow is like 33 and 3/8. That's the spec on it. That's where we are. 5.5 inch brace height, so we're good there. That's one of the first things I checked. It IBO'd at like 360 or something. It's for a personal bow. I don't like the short brace height, but it was a popular speed bow a few years back.
Sorry for the camera being jumpy, y'all. I'm gonna try to get over here. Yeah, Richard Clark, that's no problem. Just shoot us an email or something. Leon says he likes to Traverse best of the new Matthews, but he also says I like my 34 and a half best.
Yeah.
Did the last set of strings work on that one that you was working on, Leon? I know we've got some serving specs or some serving lengths.
I think I seen him post on Archery Talk or something about it. But I'm not 100%.
Well, I don't get on Archery Talk anymore, so. He says, yeah, buddy, they were perfect. That's good.
The Frankenbow Master.
Let's see. Ronald said a little trick he learned was he said a rubber band on one side of the knot will help hold the air in place while you tie the knots in.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. I ain't thought about that. Admiral Smith, who is the Frankenbow Master?
Leon.
Yeah, Leon on here.
That joker will take a bow and parts and make all kinds of stuff. He can tell you more about what all he's done, but he'll send me a schematic and be like, I'm making a 47-inch prime cams Matthews riser Hoyt limb, and we got a goat skin string put on it.
I know it's been about a month ago he posted that one that he did. It was, what was it, a 40-inch axle to axle. Darn, I can't remember which one it was, but it turned out good. It looked real good.
That wherever that bow went.
This one?
Yeah, he's coming tomorrow.
Okay.
I swore I cut a loop a while ago and had it ready, but there it is. I got it.
That's what it was. It was a Triumph with Traverse cams and Halon X limbs. Muddy Ducks, you would not believe, one day here, probably about a month ago, I got caught up laying out, and I said, well, I'm gonna start cleaning up the table over here. 2 bows later, this is what it looked like.
My plan is, and it never works out. I've done this before, but make each station, we got like 7 stations if we wanted to use them all of vices. Make each one the exact same. You got, an Allen wrench, a level, a string level, a this or that, and then just keep it that way. But people come in and stuff changes, and you just you jump from one bow to the next, and it never. I've tried and tried at this shop and other shops I've been at, and it always ends up like this.
Muddy Ducks, you right, don't lay nothing down, because you won't find it over there.
We know where everything's at. And then poor old Joyce, Jackie's wife, she'll come in here and get bored and get to picking up stuff, and then
we can't find it.
Yeah, then we really can't find
it. Eric asked, he says,
that's normal.
He says, how much is it to readjust peep sight? I got a thumb release and need my peep raised.
Just bring it in. We'll fix you up.
Yep. Matthew says we need to hire a high school kid with OCD to clean.
Agreed. I thought about that the other day. What does them tattoo shops have, like an apprentice or whatever?
Yeah.
We need an apprentice bow person that, I think, what was the show that used to come on, the tattoo show? It's been a while, like 10 years ago, but they'd like get the station ready for them and get all the inks right and all that. We need that.
It wasn't Ink Master, was it?
No, it was, I can't remember what it was called.
I just remember the one, where the cover-up tattoo show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
But that's what we need. We need somebody in here, get our station ready, clean it up after us. We wouldn't know how to act somebody like
Eric said it was Ink Master.
that. Okay.
There was also another one that they had the apprentice,
Well, like the
and I
that
can't
Kat
remember.
Von D woman had her show, and then, but she branched off from another show
Yeah, she was.
because they were in like New York. They were in Florida, New York. Went from Florida to New York. And then they she had her show or whatever, and then I don't know whatever happened.
See, Leon agrees with you. If he cleans his bench, he can't find nothing either.
Yeah.
I like to call it an organized mess.
Oh, it's an organized mess, all right.
Depends on how you look at it.
Let's see. Ronald said the draw cycle on that omen is awful. He's feels like pulling back like 800 pounds 3/4 of the way through it until it dumps into the valley.
I agree. I agree.
And then Muddy Duck says you have to let us know ASAP when a weekend shoot is. We can try to come. I'll try to clean up and organize. And then we can't find crap. Well, me and Jeremy both, if we cleaned it up, me or him one, if we ever get the chance, we can pretty much figure out.
We can figure it out. Alright, let's see what your cams look like. I've been saying we're going to take an hour or two, and all of us, when everybody's here, pitch in, but we ain't bad. We're a little bit off. Let's see what our let's center in.
Blake said he's watching, but his comments won't work on YouTube.
Really? Which Blake?
Manship.
Okay. I know if you hadn't got a I need to take one twist out of the red. If you don't have like a Gmail account or a YouTube account or whatever, I think it won't let you comment. Blake has got a prime coming in next week.
Yep.
80 pounder.
I guess TJ will have to shoot that one.
Rambo himself.
Let's see. Yeah, I agree, Brad, on that one. I've shot him too. Yeah, that was not fun.
What is it?
The Omens series and the Omen Max.
Yeah, and then they went, the full throttles were rough. You want a speed bow, that's your bow, but man, it'll take your shoulder off. I need to twist this string while I'm doing
Blake asked, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to read messages and move the camera. Best lighted nocks for .166 diameter arrows.
I think you messaged me about that, and in my head I answered, but I don't think I actually did. I don't know. Each lighted knock kind of got its goods and bad, and I thought we were going to completely fall in love with those glory knocks, and we kind of did, and that might still be my favorite. but they had some quality control issues 2 years ago, and it kind of was like, well, I still feel like the nocturnals are the brightest,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I mean, you can't go wrong with nocturnal, but I mean, there's so many out there now. There's half of them I hadn't even tested. There's so much stuff out there now.
Yeah, that's like somebody was asking, what was it, a Victory Spark, I
I
think?
think it was black. Yeah.
Okay, it might have been. But I've got nocturnals and I like them. The only thing I hate is they so hard to turn off. You gotta have it.
Yeah,
You either gotta buy that little tool or you gotta do you know, have a little pocket knife or something to reach in there and flip the switch on it. DLR, no, we don't have any of the original vapor trails in stock. If we had to order one, how long would it take?
It shouldn't take but a couple days.
Yeah. Brad Maccabee says my wife Tiffany wants an Archeryshack shout out. What's up, Tiffany?
What's going on? We might have to send Brad and Tiffany a t-shirt.
Yep. Let's but back to the lighted Knox. The Glory Knox are probably by far one of the easiest ones to turn off.
Yeah, as far as usability, that's the way to go.
Yeah. We get this thing back over there, I'll go grab one of my demos that I picked up at a show somewhere and we'll... Brad said a large, please.
I'm on it. What color, Brad?
Sorry for the camera, I was trying to get the tripod down. I'm gonna put this knob. There's a little green button right there. So as you knock the air and you shoot, you know, it lights up. To turn this one off, you place it back on the string, you push and hold that green button and pull it back off, and she's out. Like I said, we'll put it on the bow over here when he gets done tying that rest in. He said, whatever, you ain't picky.
All right. Thank you.
That's right. You know, Blake, it's one of those, it's hard on, I mean, like the Glory Knox, we just happened to see them, and I don't even remember how I heard about them. I think so, and we're like, holy smoke. But like I said, the first batch we got in, they wouldn't work. And then, you know, we talked to them at the show and they said, well, send back what you got. You may have one of the, you know, that they told us, yeah, we had some problems with some of our first ones, to send them back and let's make sure. And yes, Brad, those will fit. It's in a. This is in a Spartan right here. That's the. I think the size is X on that one. Get back over here to the. Adam says thanks for the advice on Facebook about the high knock point. ATA spec was off, but shooting bullet holes now.
Oh, good.
They are called glory knocks.
Fire that joker off.
Oh, okay. Let me lay the phone down, grab a release. Did he have an air with?
Yeah, so FMJ is sitting over there on the vise. Oh, we got this beauty to tune as well. An old Hoyt. Let's see, what model is this thing? He said this thing had been sitting for 20-something years. Never touched. Spectrum 1000. He's getting some newer stuff put on it. Ugh. So that'll be a neat one. Yeah.
You want me to rip my shoulder out of socket?
I shot that long draw 100 times while ago. What do y'all think about TJ's shoes down there? I feel like they're pretty fancy. Hold on to that thing.
Oh, short draw too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Let's see what we got.
A little.
It don't look too bad. Shoot it one more time. Maybe it's hinting toward the left, but oh, my target's guts are falling out. If I can get it loose. But what spine is that there? I didn't even look.
Oh, let's see.
Probably a 340.
5 mil. I don't even see it on there. I know it's on there. It's normally right. Should be right.
See if it's stamped. Yes, a 340.
340.
That old target is one of those. There's a thing on how to build them on Archery Talk, but it's pretty much we built like a big box, puts a little bit of chicken wire and carpet on the front, stuffed it with old clothes, and I got to put a new, John Dimmer shoes, that's no joke. I got to put a new carpet on the front, but other than that, it's still fine. I just need to, let's see, any advice on time and a black 5, when I get time to stop showing different position, full draw. That
Don't look too bad.
I don't look bad at all. I don't know, you can't see it worth the crap on here. What kind of paper could we use where people could see better?
I wonder if we went with that white paper.
Why that white stuff? I never like it tears so easy. You can't. I've wondered about like a wax paper.
Wax paper may work.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see what it.
Chrono.
Yeah.
Did you? Well, no, we didn't weigh the air, so.
It's probably what, 450-ish. I don't know, but let me click back on here. Okay, I'll have to try that wax paper. 272. That's not bad because that's a heavier arrow and a 65 pounder, so not bad.
Nope. I'm glad it was 65. If it had been a 70, we'd probably been.
The full throttle, I liked it on 50 pounds. It was a good shooting bow. Like I know somebody was shooting one for tournaments on like 50 pounds because it would keep you honest.
Mm-hmm.
But it was, it wasn't as much poundage. But we will. I guess we'll mosey back in here and give some stuff away.
All right, you go ahead and get it set up. I'm gonna go grab my phone.
All right.
Put this bow up.
Let's see here. We can get this tripod back, lowered down. Okay. I'll mosey back over here. Okay. And then what is it? I guess the expedites took the place of their speed bow. I've still been waiting on somebody to come out, with something bumping the 380, 390 mark, but I guess the only way to do it, unless they come out with some fancy new technology, is just to make a shorter brace height. So I don't know.
I seen another comment I was gonna answer. Why they should blade?
Yeah, last pick for numbers. If you're on here, we're telling people to pick a number between 1 and 25. Pick a number that's not taken. So Muddy Duck says these are the numbers still open: 1, 2, 3, 10, 22, 23, 24, and 25. We'll give everybody a minute or so. And then we're going to give away this wrist sling, which is very nice. It's got the green little spine in it. It's a 2-shaded gray silver wrist sling. And we're giving away these dead center slip over stabilizer dampeners.
Did Ronald, what aerosol do you guys recommend for a do-it-yourself garage shop?
I would get the
You might as well go Apple or that, what is it, the T-Bird?
T-Bird. I knew something bird. You can take it apart and put it like in a small box. I would actually like to have one for one reason. The newer ones, which I guess is all of them now, on the actual blade, the nut that screws on the blade, it has a arrow squaring thing on it. So you can cut it and then literally just put it in this little spinner device and tap that arrow on it, and it squares the arrow. And to me it made a lot of sense. I've thought about buying one just to have that. I mean, we got our other arrow squaring stuff, but that would be pretty neat.
Yeah, it'd save a little time. I think that was it. I think, Brad, I answered you. Those were Glory Knox. They supposedly redesigned them and on the newer stuff. So
I'll bring up random.org between 1 and we said 25, right?
yeah.
Let's give away the dampeners first.
You got a pen or something over there?
Yeah. So last call. If you hadn't picked a number, we're about to give away some stuff. Still open should be 1, 2, 22, 23, 24, 25. And Muddy Ducks is watching our numbers and names. So
Yep.
30 more seconds. And we will draw a number. How many people we got? We got 26 on here. Thank y'all for watching.
Yeah.
If you're new, we try to give away a little something. Nothing too big usually, but about every Thursday night, we'll be working on a bow or chatting or whatever. So appreciate y'all tuning in. All right, let's do this thing. We're giving away the stabilizer dampeners first. So I got random.org brought up. Generate number 13. 13.
Somebody got it.
Yep. I'm scrolling, but Muddy Ducks is going to beat me, I know. Number 13.
Brad Adams.
Brad got it. Congratulations, Brad. If you want to shoot me an email to archeryshack@gmail.com with your address, and we'll get these bad boys in the mail. Next, we're going to draw for this wrist sling. I like it. It's pretty fancy, but here we go.
Better hurry and give it away for you to decide to.
I know we ain't giving this one away.
But if you want to, got another one over here.
Do we? Man. We'll give that one away next week, all right?
Yeah.
That one's nice too. All right, here we go. Number 6.
Somebody
Number
won.
6. Number 6 is one, the wrist sling. I'm going to start scrolling, see if I can see them.
I'm waiting.
Another Brad has won.
Brad Maccabee.
All right, Brads. We've had enough of this foolishness. Brad and Brad, congratulations.
Yep. Let's see. Crappy Master says that he uses Christmas wrapping paper. He said when he runs out of white paper on paper team.
I might try. I've seen people using that. It pretty much looks like wax paper on a roll. I mean, I guess we could just use wax paper, but I wouldn't mind trying that and seeing. I remember old school when I first started hanging out down at Bob's place. He would just take. He had what do you call it? Clothesline clip things. What do you call them?
Clothespins.
Clothespins. And he would just hang up newspaper, you know, and that would work. But it was a pain in the butt. I'm mad at my parents now for not naming me Brad. You're welcome, Brad. You're welcome. We try to keep it interesting, to some degree.
And, give a shout out to Mr. Redmond Jeffrey Redmond for
for sending. He sent us this huge box of stuff and said, here's some stuff to give away, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, butcher paper would probably work.
Yeah.
That's probably not a bad idea. There's actually a restaurant and supply place in town. I might run up there and see what they probably got all kind of different paper.
Mm-hmm.
So one last reminder, August 22nd, Saturday, August 22nd, 6 p.m. We're giving away all kind of stuff live on a podcast that evening, so don't forget about that. Oh, anybody still on time to 5 when I get the dots lined up? My stops need set at different numbers. We'll draw. That is weird. Usually, I'm trying to think of what I ran into a couple weird things on the last year's models, but not on the Black Series. Here's another question: have you played with paper tuning, bare shaft tuning, or anything of stops versus the dots? Like, will the dots make it shoot better, or does the stops make it shoot better, or have you messed with it at all? That's weird.
I know on my Black 5, I had to end up, on mine is 31 inch, so I ended up running the stops all the way, out with my, so what is that, number 1?
I know, like on the CT series, sometimes the dots wouldn't line up perfect, but your stops would.
Yeah.
So that was but I hadn't really seen that on the Black Series yet.
I know on my Black 5, I ended up timing with the stops instead of trying to go off the dots, is what I ended up having to do.
Yeah, I agree. Cam timing's more important than sync, because what he's saying is, if you got even if the cams are not properly exactly rotated right, they're a little in, a little out, whatever, a little hot, a little slow, fast, whatever you want to call it. But as long as they're doing the same thing together, you'll usually get it to shoot good. But, if you got on paper the dots lined up, but they're doing all kind of cattywampus stuff, then it probably won't shoot worth a flip. But even if it's not hitting, the exact way the book says it is, if it's shooting good, I'd probably just leave the thing alone. I mean, I don't like getting way out of whack, but sometimes it just ends up that way.
He said one end ends up on like 2 and the other is almost at 3. Everything else tunes great.
Yeah, if it's shooting decent, I'd probably leave it
Now
alone.
I wonder which cam are you getting different numbers on? What number are you getting on the top, and then what number you're getting on the bottom?
Yeah. He said a Black 5. Yeah, Black 5.
Yeah. Because the one he's running a 30.5 inch on that. Because the number 2 is 30 30.5, ain't it? Or is it, or am I backwards, or is it 10?
No, you're right. I think you're right.
I'm
Top
just
is
curious.
2, bottom's there 3.
I would think it would be the other way around with the top cam being bigger. Or is it the bottom cam? I can't.
No, the top's bigger. It's weird. I definitely hadn't run into that so far, but I don't know. I'm just thinking, but I hadn't. I have to think on that a little bit and think and see what I come up with. But again, you know, if you're getting good flight, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, I think we're all the same. You know, in your head, why ain't this thing hitting the same way or whatever? But
Muddy Ducks asked, is it stock strings? Oh.
You know, I have Prime supposedly cycles their bows, you know, good, what is it, 100 times?
I think it's
before they
100
ship 'em.
times.
But I don't know if the heat did it or what. I have had some come in with the stops, you know, not hitting the same, but.
Yeah, it's got the prime strings on
Yeah,
it.
as you tinker, let us know
Yeah, in
what
case
you
we
come up with. Because even another example, they sent us the Prime shim kits, but we hadn't even had to use it yet. They said last year they had some people needing to do a little shimming, and they didn't. The way the Primes work, they don't have like multiple shims or whatever. They got these big metal shims, just one on each side. So they sent us that and said, if you need these, use them. But we hadn't even used them yet. So,
I'm almost wondering, because, you know, I think it was mine that for some reason with mine, we couldn't go off the dots, the timing dots. We ended up having to go off the stops.
we went off the sinkhole on yours on the CT series.
Yeah, the CT we went off sinkholes, but the Black 5 of mine, we went off the stops. We didn't because...
Yeah. I missed the sinkholes because I could tune one quick, but then with the way they make them now, the black, you can't. They don't have a sinkhole. They just got the dots and the stops. I guess we'll get off here.
Yep.
And
about supper time.
Get us something to eat. But we'll get all this stuff shipped out. Brad, I'm pretty sure I do have your address. I'm sure I do because you ordered strings and stuff. We'll get this on the way. We will do. What's today? Today's Thursday. We should have a good podcast Tuesday coming out, and I've got a bunch of bows that I videoed before it got busy, and I never put the video together just because there's been stuff going on. I need to get some of them together and start dumping out some more tuning type videos on Sundays. And then at some point, it'd be neat if we could run down to Bobby Brown and shoot around and video that. I feel like we hadn't put out a shooting video of a 3D deal in a long time. But
might as well, by the time we get down there, we might as well just break out the hunt bows and use them instead of the old
I'd
trendy
still
bows.
like to get a couple hunts on film this year, even if it's just a pig or something. It'd be something different to put out. Anyway, y'all have a good evening.
Yep.
Hope everybody's well and happy and don't have the COVID. But we will see y'all, I guess, on the podcast and next Thursday night. Don't forget we got Stan the Man coming. I don't think it'll be next week. It could be though. But one Thursday night he's coming to do a tree saddle demo, so that'll be neat to watch. And we'll see what all he's got. Yeah, thanks for watching. It's funny, we talk about it all the time, but we just threw out a few videos and I was like, let's see if anybody will watch our redneck selves, and then it picked up real quick, so we kept doing them, and now here we are. So
yeah,
we enjoy doing them as long as y'all enjoy watching them. So appreciate it, and y'all have a good evening.
Yep. See y'all next time.
Had some stabilizers come in today. Some Conquest bars. That's another story.